Diary of a Cat Mom. Dealing with uncertainty when working with community cats. Welcome to Diary of a Cat Mom. I work with community cats since a long, long time, and it just gives me inner joy and pleasure that I can help cats who don't want to be inside and who really cannot be adopted. And most of these cats, they normally stay at the location where the community cat colony is centered. And so when I feed them and give them water and make sure they have shelter, they know exactly the times in the morning and in the evening. And normally they stay close by. And in all the years I'm taking care of community cats, I only had a few cases where the cat did not stay at the location. And that was hard for me with my inner helicopter mom and my controller, because uncertainty comes with community cats anyway, because they are outside and they have to deal not only with the weather, they have to deal with predators and everything. So I wish every cat would be able to be adopted and every cat would be able to live inside. But from my experience, it's not. There are cats who don't want to be socialized and there are cats who don't want to live inside. What I learned over the years when I had to deal with uncertainty, especially with the cats who were not able to stay at the colony location, but they are wandering around. They were missing for a few days. And as soon as day 4 happened, I'm like, oh my God, what happened to the cat? Is the cat still alive? And starting calling the shelters and checking in with other cat colonies to see if the kitty ended up there. And then suddenly it appears and it's happy and nothing happened. So what I did over the years, I planned ahead, especially for the community cats. I make sure that I feed them at specific times. They can count on me or somebody else coming and taking care of them. Also that they have shelter, and shelter in a way that the predators cannot easily get to it. So has to be higher ground and cannot be a portal where a predator could sit on or predator could find balance on, but only big enough for cat paws to have enough stability to climb up on it. And the other thing, what I worked on really to trust that everything works for the higher good and everything works for the best, and that I'm doing every day what I can, like following the wisdoms, recognize what you can change, recognize what you cannot change, and then make conscious decisions in situations. Focus your nervous system on the bigger goal and not going down in frustration or anxiety, because that doesn't help the community cats either. I'm at a point today where it's still hard for me when community cats disappear for a few days, but I also trust that the creator does his best to take care of them while I can not. And when they're coming back, for sure, they get an extra treat and getting spoiled with attention. But now I can do it happily without holding the worry, without holding the sadness that in most cases they will leave again. Are you working with community cats? What's your experience with that? How do you deal with the ones who don't stay at a location but come and go? I would love to hear about it. So thank you so much for joining me for this Diary of a Cat Mom. There's always a lesson, another story, an insight waiting to be shared right around the corner. Check out my next video and join me for my next entry. Thank you. Bye. Diary of a Cat Mom.